God bless you. My name is Pastor Harris Kakalides, and you're watching here in the program Getting to Know Jesus. And some months ago, I did a program called If Luther was against the Mass, Why Are Lutherans for It? And in there, I quote Luther on a number of passages which he states in the Table Talk against the Mass, that he was against it. And months later, someone makes a comment saying that Luther was against the Mass as a sacrifice, but he was for the Mass because he was for the Eucharist. Well, Luther was for the Lord's Supper, but he was not for the Mass. He believed the Mass to be a great blasphemy against God. He preferred to call the Lord's Supper instead of calling it the Mass. But since Luther's quotation is probably not good enough for many people, so I'm going to quote a historical book that talks about Luther. This historical book is called Luther, a Reformer for the Churches by Mark Edwards and George Tanverd. An ecumenical study guide, copyrighted 1983, page 59, states, "The first thing that the missionaries of the Reformation, whether Lutheran or Calvinist, did when they obtained the ear of the prince and magistrates was to abolish the Mass." Close quote. A question which I would ask you. If Luther was not against the Mass as a whole, why did the first thing the early missionaries of the Lutheran did when they obtained the ear of the prince and the magistrates was to abolish the Mass, to go against the Mass? If Luther was not against it, there was no need for the early Lutherans to go against it themselves. So I'll leave you with that. God bless you. My name is Pastor Harris Kakalides, and I'll see you next program of Getting to Know Jesus. Bye.